What's up, guys? Joe from the AZ Westside Wheelers here, doing another part install. A little bit of a review on these. These are your cheap Amazon trail doors. Stick around, we're going to do a little video and show you how to put these things together and install them. Alright, so what you have here is the passenger front door. I just installed one of these basic mirror brackets for some basic Amazon mirrors, just some cheapies. But what you're going to start with, you'll get is a bunch of these hinges. Now you'll have to poke and piece these together and figure out which ones go where. In this video, when I get everything installed, I will walk around and show you the orientation of each one of these. It's a little easier. I went through and figured it out twice because the first time was wrong. So, all you do, you'll start with a bolt, flat washer. On the bottom side, you're going to do a flat washer, a lock washer, and the nut. So that's going to be the nut, lock washer, flat washer on top, and you'll slip that on. Flat washer, lock washer, nut. And that's what the inside should look like. You want to leave these loose, and I will show you why here in just a minute. Okay, now that you have your hinges on there and they're loosely fitting, the reason you want them loose is we're going to install them here. And when we shut this and latch it, then we'll tighten down our hardware, and that should get us pretty well adjusted where we need to be. I'll show you a little trick for the latching mechanism here in just a sec. Basically, you just want to line these pins up. And they should just slide right in. If they don't, take your rubber mallet, okay, now take just a simple piece of cardboard I tore, folded right here in your locking mechanism. You'll want to put that right there. Just like that.
And why?
The reason you're doing this is because it didn't latch. The reason you're doing that is because it helps move it up, and that's going to give it a nice snug fit. Now that everything is loose and you're latched, now you want to go and tighten your hardware, which is going to be a 14 millimeter on the nut, and I believe this is a 5 millimeter Allen wrench. I'm just going to go through and tighten all this stuff up. You can get it snug by hand first. It helps if you have ratchet wrenches. Okay, so now that you've got it all tightened up here, everything's secure, you'll want to open it up and shut it. See? No bounce, no wobble, no nothing. You don't hear any rattling. These are actually a lot more solid and nicer doors than I was expecting for $195 on Amazon. I was kind of expecting cheap. I mean, some of the welds aren't the greatest, don't get me wrong. They're cheap doors, but they're actually very solid built. The latching mechanism It's very sturdy. Seems to be good so far. There's some nice little rubber pads that press and help hold that back pressure. They shut real easy, open real easy, and no rattle. So we'll move on to the back door and we'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. All right, so now you've got your rear hardware put on. We're gonna install it the same way. Just slide these pins in. Remember, you want your hardware nice and loose. Little tap. In we go. Nice and loose there. Grab your little cardboard piece. Put it in your hinge. This is what it's going to look like right in here with your cardboard right on that hinge. Now you just tighten your hardware. Zip up your hardware and away you go. Okay, so now we're going to just double check it. There goes our cardboard. No rattle. Seems nice and secure. So now you can either take your Tuffy lock and install it, or just the factory nut that came with it.
Perfect.
Or your Tuffy lock. Just put that right in there. There you go. Easy install. Throw on a mirror, you're legal. That's your cheap Amazon doors. We'll see how they work on the trail.